Greetings, folks. This is the Black Jack Weasel, and today is One Piece, chapter 808. So we're gonna go ahead and get right to it. The hell is this, right? Yes, it is. Alright. Right, ends in a way, big ass ancient mammoth appears on the country of Zoo. And the name of the chapter is called Duke Inuarashi. And for Volume 4 of the From the Depths of the World, the 500 million buried man arc, it's Usopp's former subordinates of his own Usopp pirates. The guy in the middle is crying. Meanwhile, the guy with bangs is waving his bounty poster a while around. Meanwhile, there's some other guys who are crying as well. And the girl named Kaya is glad to see him. So, 2 out of the 3 kids that used to serve under him are crying because they miss him. And this is the first time in a while they actually seen it. Like, they weren't able to see his previous bounty posters because the first one was Sogeking King. And the second one, the first one that was shown by Luffy's first bounty, no one was able to figure it out. Alright. It starts off like the animal citizens of Zoo. One of them says, a mammoth? Why is such an ancient creature? And the scene changes towards a different panel. Well, a different shot of the city. Then this monkey says that we're being invaded. So that's the monkey that was ringing the bell. And the monkey said they're broken down the gate. They are pirates. Drive them out of here. And apparently they took out the local guard because I think this one goat is that's laying down. And it ends just like that. And apparently it wasn't shown, but the mammoth asked the animal citizen, the Wano country warrior Razu, never heard of them. And the mammoth does not. And the mammoth is just looking at them, and one of the citizens of Zeus says that, do not lay waste to this country, please just leave. And then the guy who's riding on a mammoth starts laughing. He says, ha ha ha, so it does exist. The fabled country of the Minks. You lot sure like to run your mouths for a bunch of animals. And this guy with horns, like a talking sheep, says, state your name, who are you? And then the guy riding the mammoth says, who the hell do you think you're talking to? He yells out, the one standing before you is the great Yonkou, His Majesty Kaido's right hand man. Known as one of the 3 beings labeled as Kalagamites, is excellent, Jack the Drought. And it turns out mammoth, Jack is actually a big ass mammoth. And the guy riding him says that all land that he passes through decades away as if it's been through a drought. So he has some sort of desert ability, I'm not sure. And the guy says, also yells out, now hand over Razu. You wouldn't want your happy-go-lucky, peaceful lifestyle to be threatened now, would you? And this guy is named Sheep Sheed, who's part of the 100 Beast Pirates, Gifter's headliner. And the sheep says, oh what, you really want a piece of me? And he starts laughing, he said, yee. And some guy behind a bear says, of course not. And the bear says, Gramps, mon. The old man says, yeah, we must have you hear us out, or else we won't get anywhere. Jack, did you say? And he also said, we would and will never lie. If you're looking for somebody, you must patiently search around, case by... Ah, shit, he gets chucked. He gets chucked by the mammoth. And a big ass shockwave comes through, and shit, this is out of whack. The Mammoth uses his trunk to slash around, and 100 Beats Pirates start laughing. Yeah, ha ha ha! Women, children, even the elderly, no mercy. And then Jack said, "Did we come here simply to converse and chat, Gin Rummy?" Apparently that's the girl's name. Gin Rummy says, "No, sir. We came here to capture a single samurai." And then Sheep says, "Dimwit, Raiju a ninja, not a samurai." And then Gin Rummy says, "Shut up, sir. Samurai is a catch-all term for warriors from the Wano country. You're focusing on the wrong things." And this raccoon gets surprised. Jack says, "But I have one demand. Bring Raiju to me." And then the raccoon said, "That's absurd. We've been telling them that Raju's not here, and yet..." And then... And the 100 Beasts fire start attacking. Jack said, "Then so be it. Turn this country inside out. Pleasures." And apparently pleasures are like a subunit of 100 Beats Pirates. They all start laughing. And Sheepset says, "Hmm?" And some people are attacking the Pleasures pirate. Apparently it turns out like a bunch of lady animals are fighting back, but they're all getting shocked. And everyone's getting surprised. And Pleasure says, "Gah, what just happened?" And one of them starts realizing that, what the hell was that? Wait, it's that old far from before and that brat. And one of them starts laughing, and then one of them yells out, "Ow, it hurts, damn it." And the old man says that this country has no weaklings. Every single Ming is a born warrior, and Jack is surprised. So there's shots of people getting ready to defend themselves. And he said that even our infants are able to defend themselves. So there's carrots. Well, some of the animals are getting ready to fight back. And then somebody says, "Are you alive? Really sure that you can turn the citizens of our entire country into enemies? The abilities of our musketeers, each of whom has been through further training, are beyond words. If we end up fighting both our armies, will suffer greatly. If you insist on looking with somebody, at the very least, please talk this out with our Duke." And then Jack says, "Talk," and he says, "I refuse." He looks somewhat pissed, and a question mark comes up on the old guys. And then Jack yells out, "Gifters, go forth!" And Gifter says, "Hell yeah!" So apparently there's another subunit of the 100 Beach Pirates, and one of them got a big ass claw. One of them has horns on his head. No, and meanwhile the same guy has horns on his shoulders. The other guy has big ass ears. One of the guys has sharp ass teeth. And then the Mink said that, "What's with their bodies?" They have to figure it out. They probably ate Smile from Doflamingo, so that way they can turn into different kinds of devil fruits. Like, see, look, one's a crab, one's a goat, and one's half monkey. And then Jack yells out, "They sort this country and find the samurai." And then and the flashback ends. Wanda says, "We were unable to reason with them. The clash began, and before we knew it, our peaceful Claw City turned into a battlefield in an instant." And then Usopp yells out, "So the ones that attacked this country, they were underlings of Yaku?" And then Robin says, "No, Wanda's the Kaidus." No, that's what Robin is, the Kaidu. And Wanda says, "Correct. How did it manage to arrive our island, or why they thought there would be a samurai here? These are things we just still do not understand." And then Luffy yells out, "Hey Usopp, mammoths!" And then Usopp says, no, that's what Luffy says. "Hey Usopp, quit mammoths!" And Usopp says, "Quit being all happy-go-lucky. Can't you be a little bit sensitive about the situation?" And then Brooke says, "See, now you understand why the word samurai and Wano country are taboo here, don't you?" And Frankie says, I see. And then Armin said, what a repugnant bunch. And then Luffy says, but you know, that probably means the ninja that Kimo was talking about here isn't here. What a bummer. And then Usopp gets surprised. Brook gets surprised. Nami gets surprised. And Wanda says, eh? She says, by Ninja Dreamy and Wanda Country Warrior. And they all start beating the shit out of Luffy. Nami, Usopp, and Brook. And then Wanda said, is your crew privy to something that we are not? And then Brook said, no, not or Ninja. He says, we were wondering how the injured are doing. Well, and then Wanda said, we almost at the Duke's Santonia, as you can see. I apologize for making you come all this way. We can continue this discussion later. And then there's a big ass, somebody says, yeah! And somebody says, my deepest apologies, Sir Cillian. And both Zoro and Luffy gets surprised after getting beat up. And then one of the Straw Haiku says, wow, Earth. And somebody yells out, Lord Cillian's going mad. And the narrator says, this is a Duke near Rashi's San Antonio. And apparently somebody's getting attacked by somebody. And some of the animals are flying off. And then somebody else says, Lord Cillian, what has you so distressed? And he starts panting, huh. And then that's Lord Cillian says, oh, Wanda, it's you. No one here is showing any backbone. He says, so I threw them into a bottomless pit. And we have a member of the three Ashley Musketeers, Musketeer Squad Captain Lion Meek. He's the full power Cillian. And then Cillian said, kindness, love, affection, baby, sugar, and honey. Do not ever talk about anything sweet in my presence. And somebody says, so strict, but yet so cool. I'll tear your windpipes out. Now get back up here on your own. And one of the animals says, our apology, we'll never talk about anything sweet ever again. And then Cillian says, that is the spirit. And then Wanda says, Lord Cillian, this is a Straw Hat crew. And then, Cillian jumps in the air and says, huh? He says, I give you my deepest thanks for saving our country, and we are forever indebted to you all. So he's thanking these guys. And Wanda says, Lord Cillian intends to go all out in everything he does. And Luffy says, he's a bit of a stick in the mud. And Nami slaps Luffy. And somebody says, the Duke waits inside, and he also says, now come forward. This is not the time to be dallying. And Chopper says, yes. He says, Luffy and the others. And a target is being repaired, and he says, so you are the Straw Hat crew? And that is the Duke, Malcolmo Dukem, King of Day, Duke Nino Rashi. And Wanda hugs the Duke, and she says, Duke, thank goodness you're safe. And the Duke says, you all really did us an incredible favor. Words can I express my gratitude? And Luffy says, apparently my friends saved you guys, but I still haven't heard the whole story. And Duke said, actually, I was talking to all of you, including you, Straw Hat Luffy, and he has a question mark puppet. Luffy says, but old man, you must be super strong. You sure look pretty strong. And Wanda said, hold your tongue. The Duke is this country's strongest warrior. And he laughs like it's a foo-foo. No, that's not something. No, that's not something you can't say about the defeated. Alright. And Wanda says, it's true the enemy was a troublesome one, but we had the upper hand in battle. If only Jack hadn't brought such a weapon into our country. And Luffy says, weapon? And Chopper says, "Oh yeah, that's right, Luffy. The weapon that destroyed the Scorchy was Caesar's poison gas weapon." Shit. That sucks, and the chapter ends just like that.